Hi everybody, Laura here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited to be a part of an October blog hop with Waffle Flower Crafts. And I have a couple of fun and festive projects to share with you featuring some of these new stamps and dies. I'm going to start with this new die. It's called the Angled Stripe Panel Die. And I'm going to die cut it out of some white cardstock. This is Neenah Solar White, 110 pound, and I have a white card base ready to go out of the same. I went ahead and trimmed some strips of solid color cardstock. I believe the strips are 5/8 of an inch wide. And I'm covering my card base with tape runner. That way I can just easily adhere these strips. And I'm always I got that panel die on a hinge so I can lift it and flip it and make sure I get the strips right under where they're supposed to go. You know what I mean? Now this is what I've been calling lately the Christmas rainbow. I don't know, just go with it. It's where you start with red and you end with green, and somehow it feels festive to me. I don't know. I just always try to find a way to slip in a little rainbow when I can. And when you put the panel over top, you can see if you got them lined up. If you don't, you can shift them around. But I'm going to take it to my paper trimmer and cut off all that excess. You know me, how I like to strip it up. And this is a fun way to give a new look on the strip it up. So you can take the angled stripe panel die and pop it up. I put foam tape on the back and I pop this up over the stripes. It gives it a new look. It gives it new life. I love the feel. I love the energy. Your card base is ready to go. I'm going to set that aside because I'm going to move on to this new this is called the Winter Floral Panel Die. Again, I'm going to die cut it out of some white cardstock. Neenah Solar White, 110 pound. It's nice and hefty, but the die cut it like butter. And okay, now this, you might think I'm crazy. You probably already do. And I already know that I am, but I did go a little bit crazy here. I took that Winter Floral Panel Die and I die cut out of solid color cardstock, different parts. And first of all, I'm popping up the white onto a white card base. I love the white on white. And I'm going to fill it in with all the pieces, all the colorful pieces. Is it tedious? Yes, it is. Am I crazy? Yes, I am. And but you know what? If you want to keep it really simple, first of all, the white on white looks glorious, but you could just put white on red. You could do red on white. You know what I'm going? Like, you can keep it simple. You can do pattern paper behind it. I just went a little bit cuckoo today, and I cut all these little pieces, and some of them I'm layering or adhering flat with the glue, and then some of the other petals I'm popping up just to give you that play on dimension. You know, some are low, some are high. Some are high, some are low. Speaking of highs and lows, we've had some highs and some lows this week. I think we all have, but let me tell you a funny story. While I'm adhering all these little doodads. So my daughter Bailey, she is 16 and she's a blonde. Now I'm a brunette, always have been my whole life. Brown hair, brown eyes. Sometimes I feel like if I stood in front of a wood wall, you wouldn't see me. But, you know, she's blonde, and you know how they get when they get older. They want to get the highlights. You want to get the balayage. Am I saying that right? Balayage. So she called a salon here in Germany. She did it in German. And we went there, and they did a beautiful job with the balayage coloring. Well, I got all my pieces adhered. Now I'm going to work on the sentiment. I'm using this new stamp set, which is called Big Dots Holiday Stamp Set, and I'm going to emboss 2 sentiments with white on black. Okay, so I'm doing 2 at once, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So while I'm embossing this, let me finish the story. Okay, so they do a beautiful job coloring her hair. It looks gorgeous. They're going to give her a little bit of a trim, right? Little trim, no problem. The guy comes over and he says in German, at least I think this is what he said, you know, if I trim just a little bit to frame your face, it would look really good on you. And of course, we both were like, yeah, okay. That guy, okay, are you sitting down? He cut bangs. He gave her bangs. I kid you not. I looked at Bailey, she looked at me, and I saw the horror in her face. I know the feeling because I've had it done to me before too. You know, you get bangs when you weren't expecting bangs. And long story short, some tears were shed on the way home. They were, and I told her, you know what? I've been there. I've done it. I got the t-shirt for it. But you know what? You will grow to love them. I'm telling you, right now you hate them. But before you know it, you'll be like, you know what? They're not too bad. And she's there. She's kind of digging them. But it's new. You know what I mean? You got to know how to hold them, know how to fold them. She's curling them, straightening them, doing all that. Sometimes she's just pinning them back. But, okay, while I'm blabbing away, I cut some extra leaves to tuck in the sentiment for the joy to the world. And I'm adding a few of these chunky gems from Little Things by Lucy, just here and there to give it a little shimmer and a little sparkle. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be a holiday card, but it certainly could be sending love anytime or during the holidays. And then, of course, you got joy to the world. Joy to the world. I love these dies. Make sure and check out the rest of the Waffle Flower Crafts blog hop. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.